I hate COVID. Okay. Take two.
You ready?
Ready?
There we go.
Hi, I'm Michael Lawson from Sacramento Baroque Soloists. We just heard Canon a due violoncelli, a canon for two cellos. Usually I play it with a friend, and obviously today I played it with myself through this clever trick of technology.
I've been practicing some instruments that normally just sit kind of neglected in my closet. One of these is the octavin, an odd single reed instrument from around the turn of the 20th century. And another is the serpent, which is a very primitive sort of brass instrument that, well, looks like a snake. You don't need me to tell you that this is an odd time we're all living through. My last concert was March 8th, which is almost 7 weeks ago as I record this. And I can't even remember the last time I went 7 whole weeks without a concert or even so much as a rehearsal.
For me, it's been very strange. Mostly because I can't perform.
In the first week of the shutdown in early March, I had a tough week and lost all my March gigs. And then as the shutdown went on, lost the rest of spring.
So far, I've had 8 concerts canceled. Also church gigs, rehearsals, tunings, everything.
And pretty soon, my summer workshops and festivals were gone too. And now it looks like the fall is kind of up in the air.
I can't teach face-to-face. So I have been doing lessons on Skype, which are working really quite well, internet permitting.
I've been doing a lot of Zoom lessons. I have about 17 students, and I can tell you, doing Zoom lessons, you can do it. But having to focus intently on the physicality and musicality of your student through a little window this big is very, very hard.
It is strange not being able to actually work together, play together with my students. So what I've been doing is recording their parts and recording an accompaniment and sending them those so that they can actually play along with themselves.
It's a challenging time to find motivation and to stay positive and to make plans for the future when the future is so much more nebulous than usual.
It is a very confusing time to be a musician.
I think this time without concerts or other gatherings has really brought into focus for a lot of us musicians that what we really thrive on are the interactions with our audience members and with our fellow performers.
I like to share my music with an audience. When you and I are together in the same room, I feel you breathe with me. I feel your tension when the chords are clashing. You relax into peaceful moments. You inspire me to play faster and bolder. I miss you, the most wonderful audience.
What I miss the most is being able to connect with people through music, to play with people in the same room at the same time, and to perform and connect with my audiences.
I'm angry at the coronavirus situation for taking you, my audience, away.
I really, really do miss that feedback, that loop of it's not the same on Zoom or online and getting little clicks and comments. We're so grateful for the opportunity to be able to do it, but having you guys live is just there's nothing like it.
Right now, I have no performances scheduled, but I still get up early every morning and practice.
Sacramento Baroque Soloists was formed in 2001 when my husband Michael and I were building our straw bale house out in the country. We had a friend named Fred Wyman who played the recorder, and he used to come out here and help us build our house. And in between these times of building and taking care of our baby son, Cameron, we would get together and pull out the instruments and perform Telemann trio sonatas for each other. And so that's when the idea of Sacramento Baroque Soloists was formed. We held our first concerts in that fall of 2001 at Peace Conservatory of Music downtown in the Geary Theater. After a few years, we began performing at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. We approached them because of the beautiful acoustics and the wonderful setting, and it just turns out they're just the most gracious, accepting, wonderful community for us to be associated with. We've become their artists in residence, and they support us in so many ways, and we provide music in their church and bring the greater Sacramento audience into their community. More recently, we started performing at Harris Center at Folsom Lake College, and that is also just a really wonderful venue. It has beautiful acoustics, just crystal clear, and there's not a bad seat in the house. We can adjust the sound of the hall to really suit the Baroque music. And we've also had a really wonderful experience working with the staff at Harris Center, where even though they have a really small full-time staff, they have a lot of wonderful part-time people providing all of the house and box office staff, and a volunteer usher team, and a wonderful tech team who just is always really willing to work with us and be very gracious to the patrons. Having really wonderful venues is a big part of the Sacramento Baroque Soloists experience.
One thing I particularly love about performing with the Baroque Soloists is that the small groups of musicians, the kind of music that we play, and the intimate venues in which we play it really create the perfect environment for spontaneity, for give and take between the performers, and for getting immediate reactions from the audience right there in the moment.
People appreciate being able to step out of their ordinary lives into this setting where they can experience this intimate music. My vision for the future of Sac Baroque includes to provide more educational components, including giving master classes for people who play in the general community, and also to offer more student concerts. And one other thing that I'd really like to see happen is to start up an apprenticeship program to foster up-and-coming young Baroque soloists, as we want to see our group continue to grow. And the only way that we can stay fresh and new is to continue to bring in these younger players who are showing up, especially on our scene. We love to promote and sponsor younger players who are in this greater Sacramento region who may not have other opportunities to play great professional Baroque music.
So things I'm grateful for: living in California, having this lovely, beautiful weather. My husband and I go out for a walk every morning. We go for a bike ride every afternoon.
My friends, family, and I are healthy. The place in which my wife and I are sheltering is a pleasant one. And because I also teach at Sacramento State, I've had plenty to keep me busy with moving my lessons and classes online. But I've also been enjoying having a little bit of time to practice things I might not otherwise get the chance to. Some of this is exploring pieces that are new to me, but I've also been bringing back some old favorites, such as some unaccompanied works by Telemann.
We've had lots and lots of family time, which is incredibly wonderful with two growing boys who are usually off in every direction.
I'm also very grateful for all of my friends, all my musical friends who are keeping things going by playing parts separately and then putting them together and communicating with each other. And this makes life very much easier and very worth living.
Even though this has been a really challenging time for all of us, I think for me, and probably I could speak for many people, it's really forced me to look at what I value. Why do I do the things I do? And what is it, would I do them without being paid? Or if everything was different and it's really a struggle? Yes, I think I would. I'm continuing to try to produce concerts and support people and teach lessons and create music. And I really see why I do it and what it's giving to other people. We wanted to start developing support for the group. And I was talking to one of our board members, and she advised me that the way to build support is to build community. And I think that's some of the very best advice I've learned in this growth of this organization. We have done that. We've built our community. And it's not only a community of players, but it's a community that includes our audience and also our incredible board members who contribute so much of their time and talents to fostering the development of our organization, and also to our volunteers who you will see time and time again, concert after concert, helping with data, helping with graphics and marketing. And it takes this whole village to make Sacramento Baroque Soloists what it is. And we are so grateful for that.
Thank you to everyone who has ever bought a ticket and attended a Sacramento Baroque Soloists concert. Thank you to the Sacramento Baroque Soloists volunteers and generous donors. Thank you to those who work so hard to keep this organization going. It takes a lot of people and money to make a beautiful, moving moment in music.
We'll continue to bring you all of our concerts as much as we can, as we are able.
This shutdown has shown me my why I do music, and it is definitely for that connection, whether it's with my fellow performers or with my audience or with the composers. It's that connection, and that is what is so missing right now. It's fun to collaborate online and send recordings out into the universe and silly party tricks and flute videos, and that's all fun, but it's not the same, and it doesn't fill that hole. But I know I'm not the only one, and it's nice to know that so many other people are going through something very similar, if not exactly the same as what I'm experiencing, and we'll all get through it. And man, oh man, when we're able to get together and make music again, it's going to be an amazing thing.